Yeah, my name's Josh Arnold. I'm a freshman on the basketball team. Play center, 7 feet tall.
I'm Michael Humphrey. I'm a sophomore. I play power forward.
I'm Robert Cartwright, a sophomore, and I'm a point guard. There's no person that wanted to win more than Coach Dawkins.
I think all of us are very competitive, but they kind of pushed us to take it to that next level.
I'd say it was a bit of a coaching shock at first.
Almost borderline crazy, but like some of the things he did on the court, but yeah, he pushed us really hard.
The value of working hard.
Big time competitor, so he was always like, let's get this done. And just kind of, you come in here and it's real business-like. And
A lot of coaches stress that, but he really did it. He worked probably as hard as anyone that's ever worked in basketball.
Pretty much just did whatever he could to try to win as many games.
A really good teacher as well as a head coach.
I had a bad play at the end of the game, I dropped a pass. He was like shrug it off, just focus on the next play. He was always super positive with all the interactions I had with him. It was all areas that I can improve on.
That's good.
Yeah.
So he was competitive, but once mistakes were had, he was always looking to the next step.
Yeah, he didn't worry about the past too much. And he was really good about just moving on to the next play and just focusing on the next game.
A ton of injuries in his 8 seasons. Obviously, our practices were very difficult and they were very long. At times, it got a little much, got a little extensive. Coach Dawkins wanted to create a culture of hard-nosed play every single day, no days off. Not a lot of rest, but there's a give and take with that. The human body can only take so much at times. For some guys, a lot of them had overuse injuries and have to put some of that on what we do on a consistent basis.
And last year, we had a really good team as well. I think injuries kind of hampered us.
Mine was a freak injury. There's no real way to put any blame on anybody.
It was tough to see guys go down with injuries, but it almost provided guys like myself and some of the younger guys with opportunities to play more.
So the scar on your arm, is that where your injury was?
Yeah, I've had
Holy shit.
I had 3 surgeries on my arm.
It was kind of our turn to just step up, and it was going to have to be early on. We weren't going to have really this time to learn from these older guys. We were just going to have to play up to our full potential right away. So
The night that I got hurt, and all the coaching staff were there, I heard they were in tears in the hospital. But there was only so much they could really do. They were in the middle of the season. They didn't really have a whole lot of time. And I really wasn't coming to practice that much because I was busy with therapy 5 days a week. They just told me to keep my head up, be supportive, and just keep believing that everything's going to turn out all right.
my freshman year, we were very talented, and we, in the regular season, didn't really have the year we needed to, but we played well in the postseason, ended up winning the NIT.
I think we were 15 and 15, but we played Carroll College, so they're a D2, I think.
Okay.
So technically we were 14 and 15. I think before the season, there was sort of the idea, people talked to me before I even came to Stanford, yeah, Dawkins, if you guys don't do well, it might be his last year.
And so when you guys lost to Washington the first game of Pac-12, was that it for you guys?
I mean, at that point we knew that we wouldn't make the NCAA tournament, but we still thought that we had a chance to make the NIT.
There's some things that can be handled better, taking losing a little bit better.
To finish off our conference, we lost to both Arizonas, and then we lost to Washington in the first game of the Pac-12 tournament.
When we lose games, we knew we lost games. The way their attitudes changed, it was like someone died.
And I think by that point, it was pretty much everyone sort of knew that he was going to go.
It was a tough situation, and obviously ended up not working out.
After spring break, like we had like a team meeting, like early one morning with like Bernard and the whole staff, and yeah, that's when they told us. Yeah, that was a pretty awkward meeting.
Luckily, we found a staff that I think is really going to help us achieve a lot of our goals. The original feeling I had was, oh no, what's going to happen now? Because sometimes, no matter what, change is always difficult.
I would say just like his competitiveness, like that sort of just rubbed off on everyone, and just like that strive to be better and that strive to win games. But even though we didn't really execute too well, especially in the second half of our season, I think that really stuck with a lot of us.
Yeah.
He's moved on to UCF, and like we're focused on the new coaches.
We all have like a positive outlook on things now, and we're just hoping for the best the next few years. I think it's unfortunate that like the school and him went in a different direction, but I think it was necessary. So I think I don't really have emotions either way on it. I think you start to see how much like a business this is. Yeah, so I think the reason that it might not have been like as widely known about was one, for like the fact that it was over spring break this year, so a lot of kids were off campus and like their main thought was what was going on with the basketball program. But this season kind of ended on a poor note, so everyone kind of put that on the back burner. I mean, just the past few years, we hadn't really fulfilled expectations, so maybe it wasn't just at the forefront of everybody's interest. But I think this hire, the hire of the new head coach, has hopefully brought everybody's interest back into it.
We really think we can be one of the top teams in the Pac-12 starting next year. That's the goal. We really want to be competing for championships, being in the tournament every year. And that's my goal, and I know that's everyone else's goal. So that's what we're going to work toward every day.
You know, just proud of you guys, as I always told you from day one. I love our group. The one thing we have is heart, and we'll fight. Let's come Monday, ready to compete like we've been doing in practice in preparation for our next game. You guys catch that?
Sure.
Let's go, bring it in.